Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and we're here with another declutter. So I'm going to be showing you the products I'm decluttering from my blushes and my single eyeshadows. The other declutter videos I've done, I've showed my whole collection of the things and held up each one and told you whether or not I was going to keep it. But with blushes and single eyeshadows, I have so many. One, it would be way too long of a video. Two, I know I'm not going to let go of that many things because I love these two categories a lot. And so I just went through them and I'm just going to show you the things I'm letting go of. So let's start with blushes. First one I'm letting go of is the Blush Please from L'Oreal. I thought I was going to love this. And it is pretty on the cheeks, but it has so much gold glitter in it and it flies everywhere. I just can't control it on my cheeks. The shade is really pretty, but it's too glittery for me. I'm also going to let go of this. This is something I have been keeping just for the packaging, just because it's so pretty, but I'm like, you know what? If I haven't used it once. It's from Milani. It's a blush called Coral Cove, and it's very pretty to look at, but I've never used it on my cheeks. And I have a little blush trio from Milani that I'm keeping that has 3 little rose blushes in it, so if I ever want a feeling, if I feel like I want to use a rose blush, I have that, but this, I never use it, and I know someone else could get some use out of that. I have a few from here, in here from Kiko. Kiko is a brand that I love. They're underrated, but I am letting go of a lot of their products right now. I don't know why. They're just ones I bought a long time ago, and they just didn't work for me. This is a baked blush they have called Lively Coral, and it's really, really pretty. It's more of like a highlighting kind of effect on your skin, and I just didn't love this as a blush. I liked it on bare skin. It kind of gave you that red look, but I don't know, I just don't love it that much. It's very highlightery, just not my preference. I'm also going to let go of this blush from Ofra. I got this in Ipsy, I think. I just never ever use it. It's called Sweet Stuff. It's a very nice matte, warm looking blush. I just don't use it. I have a Laura Geller blush in here. I didn't think I would ever let go of any of my Laura Geller blushes, but this is one I bought that the shade just doesn't work for me. It's way too light. It's Baked Blush in Brighton, and the shade is Ethereal Rose. The name sounds amazing, but it's so light for me. And I thought it was going to be like a neutral kind of blush. It even looks lighter in the camera. But it's so over the top light, it just doesn't work for me. I wanted to keep it anyway, but I was like, don't keep it. Here's another Kiko one. This is called Alluring Rose. If you remember from my bronzer declutter, I have one with the same bronzer kind of thing in it, but I never used it. I swatched it earlier when I was picking these out, and I was like, it's pretty, but I've never used it. I just don't have the desire to. This is one from Urban Decay. It's an Afterglow blush in the shade Indecent. I never knew why they were called Afterglow blushes, because they're not glowy at all. The name just kind of threw me off. It's a matte orange blush. I have some other orange blushes that I love a lot, and this just isn't one of them, although the compact is really pretty. This is Becca Luminous Blush in the shade Snapdragon. Whoa, look at this thing. I haven't used this at all, but I have a couple of blushes from Becca in these split pans that I've had for a million years, and the blushes in here are so crazy pigmented that I know this is going to be over the top for me. I got this in a little set at TJ Maxx recently, or Marshall's, and it's just, I know I'm not going to use it, so let it go. This is from NARS. This is the shade called Orgasm. I've had this for years. Years and years. Years. I've had it forever. Probably my first, no. There were a few Revlon blushes that I repurchased, but this is the only high-end thing I ever bought. I kept it around for so long. It is really, really pretty. I don't use it a whole lot now. I really like the Balm blush in the shade Hot Mama. I think that one's really similar to this, and it's really, really pretty. And I tried to use this the other day, and the shade just isn't the same. The pigmentation is totally gone. I would love to buy this again because this is a really pretty blush, but this one is that one's actually just a trash. It's just not worth giving away. This little Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Coral. I saw someone show this in a video once. I don't know if it was this exact shade, but she talked about these little Essence blushes and how she was talking about it. I love clear little plastic packaging, and I love the design. I was like, you know what, this is great. It's so light for me. I can't really get any color payoff from that, so I'm letting it go. This one from LA Colors, I guess just the one. I'm keeping one of the LA Colors ones I got, but this one I just never use. It's just, I don't know, it's just not a shade that I really want to reach for too much. Another Kiko. This is one from Valentine's Day from several years ago. And it's really pretty. Has 2 little heart patterns in here, but I just never use it. It's a little too pink. This CoverGirl Peach Punch Blush. I just don't like the smell of this. It's really pretty on the cheeks. It has a nice luminosity, but the stink that perfumes my face from that blush, I can't stand it. Another little Kiko one. The Soft Touch Blush. Another just way too cool pink. Weird that it's too cool and too pink, but I love a pink blush, but that's just, I don't know, I'm just kind of over that one, I guess. One from Collab. This is a sheer, soft spot sheer blush in the shade Sweet Surprise. This just takes way too much building up for me to get a color payoff that I like. This one from Phase Zero. I got this in an Ipsy bag. It looks like Benefit Dandelion, but not really. This one from Fenty Beauty. This isn't a blush. I just kind of put it in here because I use it as single eyeshadows. It's this one called Kilowatt Foil Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I got the packaging all dirty yesterday when I was swatching all this stuff. And I use this as eyeshadow, and that's it. I don't know why I keep it around. It's fine as eyeshadow, but it's not enough for me to like I can't wait to use that orange eyeshadow. Like I have a bunch that I love, and this just isn't one I'm reaching for anymore. This little cream blush from CYO. I did really like this a lot, but it's all dried up now. Same with this one from Au Naturel. I got this in a BoxyCharm a long time ago. It's a really, really pretty blush shade, but this dried up fast. So fast. I was shocked at how fast that got really hard. I have this little Pacifica one here. This is like a little trio of cream things, but they're all dry now. And then the last blush here, I went back and forth on letting go of this one. Because look how cute it is, and I wanted it for so long. And then when I finally got it, I mean, it's just so dark. It's so pigmented, and it's so gold. I just don't have a use for it, and it's barely used. I want to say I used it once and was like over the top. So that's definitely something I can let go. Single eyeshadows, one of my weaknesses. I feel like companies probably make a lot more money selling single eyeshadows than they do palettes. Because you could sell single eyeshadows for $10 and someone will buy 4 of them. 40 bucks right there for 4 eyeshadows. You won't buy them all at once. You'll buy one here or there, before you know it, you have 10 of them of the same line. And then I always find it funny because I won't spend 80, I will, I don't know. But I would feel hesitant to spend $80 on an eyeshadow palette. But there are 3 Marc Jacobs eyeshadows, I'm not decluttering them, that I bought that were $30 a piece. $90 for 3 eyeshadows, but I won't pay $90 for one a palette. So I don't know where my thinking process is, but whatever. I'm sure companies are making their money on their singles anyway. Let's move on. I'm letting go of all these ones from CYO. I thought I had another one. I guess that's it, 4 of them. They're these little pigment paints. They're like cream eyeshadows. You kind of mix them around in your eyelids. They're not my favorite. They do crease a little bit, so I'm just not wanting to keep them, you know. This one from Rimmel. I have one in the shade called Millionaire that I love. This one's just a little too chunky and flaky, and it just doesn't work for me. This one from Milani, this Bella Cappuccino eyeshadow. Remember these? I thought I would never let go of this, but I bought this on a very specific time. I remember exactly when and why I bought this. And I just don't want to be reminded of that, I guess. So I'm going to let it go. I tried to use it the other day just for nostalgia's sake. And it's a little not pigmented anymore. So I'm letting it go. As well as 2 of the Maybelline Tattoo Studio, whatever. What are they? Color Tattoo Metal. You know what I'm talking about. These color tattoos. What am I trying to say? No, I have another one. I was like, I know I have 3. The Revlon cream eyeshadows are 1,000 times better than these. They blend better. They don't make your eye look all crepey if you put too much on. And they stay creamy for so long. Don't bite that. I have a couple of the Revlon ones I've had for at least a year, and they feel like I just bought them. They're not even a little bit dry. And every time I repurchase one of these, because there's a couple shades I love the shade Inked in Pink and, of course, Bad to the Bronze. These are 2 of my absolute faves, especially Inked in Pink. I used up a whole one of these before. And then when I bought it again, I was like, why is it drying up so fast? The same thing with Bad to the Bronze. It just dries up so fast. And then this one here called Barely Branded. Same thing. This one isn't as dry as the other two, but I just don't like the way it makes my eyes look. Looks really like crepey and weird. A couple from ColourPop. I have 3 from ColourPop here. I have one called Coconut, one called Fizz. These just got really dry. Some of these dry up really, really fast, and some don't dry up at all. It's so weird. Because I have a few that I've had way longer than this one, and it's still going strong. Really odd. And then this one here called Cosmic Charge, one of my all-time faves. I pulled this out yesterday to use it, and it had about this much left in there, and it just fell right out onto my lap, and I was like, and I was able to like pick it up and put it in here, and I was like, you know what? I could still use it, but it's hard. Like it's not gonna work. Let it go. But this was one of the best Super Shock shadows I ever used. It's wonderful. I have one in here from NARS. This is a single in the shade Kingston. This just takes forever to build up to get any color payoff. I just don't like it. I got 3 here from L'Oreal, 3 of these little mono shadows. I love these things. A lot of them are really, really good, but these 3 are just not the easiest to blend. This blue one here, not really easy to blend. The same thing with this green one. And then the white one I just never ever use. I don't know why I bought it. Oh, this is a blush. Okay, this is a blush in the shade Tropic Hues. This is another Laura Geller. I have this in a full size. That's the only reason I'm letting go of this, because it hasn't been touched. I'm sure someone else would like this. But this is a really awesome color, and I like it a lot. It's just I have a duplicate. Okay, back to the eyeshadows. This poor Ulta one is getting so difficult to use. I dropped it and broke it when I was at the checkout, and I felt too bad to go back and get another one, because I was like, no, she's not gonna let me because I broke it. So I didn't say anything. I just picked it up and was like, crap, I gotta buy that broken eyeshadow now. And it's just getting worse and worse, so I'm just gonna let that go. I do really like that shade though. I have a Smashbox single here in the shade Hang, a photo op single. Formula is wonderful on this, but the shade, the pigmentation and the color is kind of the same as that NARS one. It just doesn't really like work for me. It takes forever to build up. I have a L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow here in the shade Midnight Blue, just really hard to blend. I have these 2 Wonder Swipe. They're liner shadows from Rimmel. These are just like, not for me. I have this Batter Up eyeshadow stick from The Balm. I love this thing. I used the heck out of this stick. This is one of my favorite colors. I love this one a lot, but it is really hard to put on my eye now and really dry. I have had it for a couple of years though. It lasted a really long time before it even started to get dry. I have these 2 Revlon eye paints. You know what? Let me swatch these really quick. These were from an old collection they had called Shoot. Never mind. It won't even come out. It's like super hard as clay in there. Called Shoot the Moon. And these are really awesome, this one especially, but now they are hard as a rock, so gonna let them go. I also have this. This is practically empty. I mean, you can see I used this a lot. I really liked this one. It's from Stila. It's a Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. Loved this. This one and Sea Siren are my 2 favorites. It was like a hair stuck on my face. I got my use out of this, got my fill. I loved it a lot. I would love to repurchase that, but, you know, it's still sitting around. I'm like, get rid of that empty thing. And then lastly is something from Charlotte Tilbury. This is Color Chameleon, like eyeshadow stick. I got this in a little set, and I thought it was really pretty, but I find myself never ever using it, and I think someone else would like this, so I'm just gonna let it go before it dries up on me. So there's that. And that is that, my friends, my single eyeshadows and blushes decluttered. The dog just carried in a piece of trash from outside. And thanks for watching this video. Let me know some things you have decluttered in your life lately. I would love to know what they are. And I will see you later with another video. Bye.